and gentlemen. Welcome to the 7-Figure Fashion Business Podcast,
where we talk about the fashion industry and how to get your fashion business to 7 figures.
From manufacturing strategies, cut and sew designers, to fashion hot topics and the latest fashion trends, I'm your host, Monica Monique.
And I'm your host, XYZeee. And let's jump into today's episode.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning. Good afternoon. Whatever time you're listening.
Whatever time y'all listening. Ooh. Did you see the Beyonce red carpet?
Red carpet, movie premiere. Seen it all.
You saw the movie?
No. Movie premiere.
Oh.
When they went to the movies?
Like that was the movie premiere. Yes.
Oh,
I saw a lot of good looks. Off memory, do you even remember like what your favorite look was?
Yeah, my favorite look was I think I liked all three Beyonce, Kelly, and Michelle looks.
Yeah. Me
Kelly Rowland was my favorite.
Don't say that, because she was my favorite.
Beyonce look. I really like Beyonce look. I want to do that. I want to do something like that in gold.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Michelle look, I actually had that dress saved.
Yeah.
I actually had that dress saved because of the bottom. I really like the bottom of it. But I had it I had it from the designer page. Okay. And then she wore it. That's why I'm like, this dress looks so familiar. And then when I went back to the designer page, I was like, oh, okay. But it do look better on the model.
Than on her?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I didn't see it on the model. I mean, I think it's a cool, interesting dress. It just wasn't my favorite. Kelly Rowland for sure was my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
I love the Madonna inspired boobs. I don't know who designed that dress, but loved the Madonna boob cones and the silver sequins. I thought it was gorgeous.
All these people got invited. They are lucky.
They are lucky.
Yes,
they on the list of people to be seen and adored.
The Gabrielle Union.
Oh, I didn't like what Gabrielle Union.
Yeah, didn't like that.
But I almost never like what Gabrielle Union wears. I think it's just her style, her taste. I'm just not. It's just not my thing. I'm sure some people really like it, but almost everything that she wears, I'm just like, I wish we went a little different way, but
you look like her.
Exactly. And she out here with my face not wearing the right stuff. Like, girl, can we as a unit do better, please?
Lori Harvey. Did you like that?
Yeah, I liked her outfit. Turn it to me, let me see. Lori Harvey. Oh yeah.
Coco Jones.
Coco Jones, beautiful.
I've been liking like her comeback, her comeback, and then her music and what she look like. Her
I love Coco
style.
Jones. You know what? I started seeing her on the Terrell Show. I'm sure you're not familiar. Do you know what that is?
It's old, right?
It's a YouTube show. It's not old.
Oh, I think first time I seen her was on like Murray or something. Not Murray. Steve Jerry Springer? No.
Coco Jones?
Yeah.
She's only 20.
It was on Murray.
No, that's impossible.
Yeah, they was doing...
Coco Jones is only like 23. She was never on Maury.
What's the bet?
$500K.
Okay. Okay, I'm about to be rich.
$500K.
They was doing a special on talented kids. And she was like 5 or 6 and she got up there and she sang. But I think she's a football player's daughter.
Oh, would be news to me.
Yeah, and she was on there. That's how I found out about her.
Okay.
And then she was on Disney Channel. I like her coming back.
Yeah, and she just dropped a song with Renee Rapp. Do you know who Renee Rapp is?
No.
So, are you familiar with the TV show, the HBO show, The Sex Lives of College Girls?
No.
Okay, so Mindy Kaling, who I love, do an episode on her style or on her TV show. We should do a series about TV shows style. That would be a
that
good
is
series.
That is good.
And we can talk about like a different show every like week.
Yeah, we
dope.
should already be doing it.
we should. There's so many ideas we have to do, but definitely for 2024 we need to do that. Anyway, are you familiar with the Mindy Kaling show?
No.
Oh my god, do you watch TV?
No.
Okay,
I just started.
I don't even really watch TV.
I just started.
You don't have to. TV is pointless, but the Mindy Kaling show for me was like Sex and the City meets The Nanny, like fashion wise. She has such good looks. Every look was iconic. She was like, she's like in the Mindy Kaling show, which by the way, you guys, is on Netflix. And it wasn't on Hulu for a long time. Just like funny, quirky character, Indian doctor who's like a gynecologist who just, it was like the girl version of like Seinfeld. But her looks every week was just popping, you know, cute, colorful 2-piece suits and like random cool outfits. But anyway, so Mindy Kaling started out on The Office, I think. Then got her own show, the Mindy Kaling Show. Then that has been off for, let's say, 6 years. And then she started writing TV shows. So have you heard of the show Never Have I Ever on Netflix? She also wrote that show.
I think so.
I
think I've seen it.
I'm a big fan of her writing. Like the TV shows that she writes are very funny and comical and like lighthearted. So anyway, she writes this show for HBO called The Sex Lives of College Girls. And Renee Rapp was on that show. She was like this blonde white girl who plays like a lesbian, undercover lesbian, because she doesn't want her family, who is bougie and rich, to know that she's a lesbian. Yeah. Anyway, she left the show because she wanted to pursue singing. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. You know, a lot of people want to be a singer. Didn't really think nothing of it. Thought she was probably going to be a good pop star. When I listened to this girl sing, she sounds exactly like Beyonce. Oh, wow. She is a really good singer. Like, you can tell she grew up loving Beyonce because her cadence and the way she sings is very Beyonce. And she was also on the Terrell Show, which is like a YouTube show where he interviews singers and plays like games where the singer has to think of a word. Like, he'll say a word and then you have to think of a song that has that word in it. Anyway, so both Coco Jones and Renee Rapp were on this show at different times. And I think that Terrell is probably the one that introduced them as a collab because their song together, which is out right now, is really good. And they both have beautiful voices and they're both young. Yeah. I feel like they're the future of the music industry. Yeah. This is not fashion related at all.
It can be.
I feel like they are the future of the music industry because they both are excellent singers. Like, they're not fly by the night, in and out pop stars. Like, they have voices on them. They have chords on them. So
did you see Coco Jones style on Fresh Prince?
No, so I don't have Peacock. Oh, but feel free to give me your password.
I use the free website.
Really? Oh, you do, bro. You gonna get us?
I had Peacock for like the free trial. And then I found it.
Yeah, we from Philly. Anyway.
I found it. But I can't wait for Fresh Prince to come back.
But the style was good?
Her style was really good.
Yeah.
And
I like her.
I like what they're doing to her style.
Did they get renewed? Did they get renewed? Are they in season 2?
They on season like 3.
Oh, really? Oh, I don't know. Okay, that's good though. Yeah. That's good though. But Chloe and Holly were also at the premiere for Beyonce. How did you feel about their looks? They had 2 very different styles for that. Chloe wore this purple tight gown, kind of twisted top. Yeah, it gave Chloe. Very tight, very body forming. Yeah.
It was nice.
Holly wore like this black fur oversized coat. It looked like button up coat, jacket type.
Yeah,
shirt dress.
Like she was hiding something.
It looked like
that's what the
she could have chose a different outfit,
but she had to go with that.
She ain't have to.
That's what it looked like.
I wasn't a fan of what she chose to wear. Holly is the most beautiful young woman ever. I just love the way she speaks, the way she sings, the way she presents herself. Yeah, I really hope to get my brand on her one day. Yeah, I love. It gives.
Y'all could be twins too.
You know, a lot of people said that, especially because
somebody said that to me one time.
Oh, really?
They DM'd me and they was like, "You like her?" And I was like, I read it fast. After they said Halle Berry.
Oh, the names are very close.
And he was like, I think you're reading it wrong. And they sent me her. And I was like, oh, snap. That was my first time seeing her.
I can see it. Like I remember I told that story back in Mexico when I had the brown faux locks. Yes. And the girl did not believe me when I said I wasn't her. And I was like, I promise you, I'm not her. She was like, oh my God. And speaking Spanish and stuff, I'm like, please. She's not even this tall. Like I can see you being mistaken for her if you had the brown faux locks. But me, I was like, okay. But then even when I came back, people were like, oh my God, you look so much. But I feel like it was my face mixed with the hairstyle. Because if I don't have that hairstyle, I don't think I look like her. But beautiful girl.
But that's Tia or Tamara?
Tia.
That was Tia.
Tia always looks nice. I feel like she looks like her. She dresses like cute, cool, fashionable mom. I feel like that's her vibe. She's always on it. She's always fashionable. She don't be trying to take too many risks. She just be looking good, and that's it.
The audience at the movie theaters. Have you seen that they're dressing up too? They are dressing up in Beyonce Renaissance themed clothes. They're dressing like how they dressed at the concerts.
Child, I will not be doing that. I'm gonna go see it.
Yeah, I do want to see it.
I think it's regular as hell.
I think it's going to be motivational.
I think it will be too.
As from an entrepreneur standpoint, I think Beyonce is somebody definitely to like look up to.
For sure. Have you seen any of her past documentaries or movies?
When I was younger, it's one documentary I used to watch over and over and over and over and over again.
Really? Okay.
But now that I'm older, I actually don't remember it.
She had one for her last concert, the Formation tour, and I feel like it was on Netflix. The concert.
It's on Netflix, yeah.
The Formation tour one,
yeah.
It was really good. I feel like I saw all of her past documentaries or like movies about her concerts and her making stuff.
The last one I seen, I think it was like. I remember when Ring the Alarm, it was the Ring the Alarm performance. And I used to watch it and like dance in front of the TV.
Yeah.
I used to be obsessed with Beyonce.
Really?
I just grew out of it.
I love her. Yeah. I mean, I don't love her in the way that the Beehive love her.
Yes.
They love her on another level.
Yeah.
But I'm not even, don't hurt me now. I'm not even a fan of all her music or all of her songs, but her as an individual, as a business person, as a leader, as an executive, as a producer, as a performer, I love her work ethic. She seems like she stand on business 24/7. Like she seems like she demands excellence from her crew in every level, like a leader should, would, could. Like she seems like she demands respect in a authoritative way, but still kind, humble, thankful, grateful.
Yeah, it's definitely some notes to be taken,
and I think they take them from her.
I hope that she drops like a tell-it-all documentary.
She ain't never gonna make that.
One day,
that's probably what this is.
Later on in the future, it could be 20 years from now.
Yeah,
I hope she just dropped like a good documentary, giving like the full-blown advice.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if we're gonna get full-blown advice from Beyonce while Beyonce is still Beyonceing.
Yeah,
and I also don't think we're gonna get it later, because I think all the Beyonce advice is gonna go to Blue Ivy, so she ain't gonna make it harder for her daughter either. She gonna give Blue Ivy all the tea and all the this is what you gotta do. But I don't think she's gonna give it to us, because once Blue Ivy go into the industry, she gonna give it to Blue Ivy and be like, oh yeah, these people don't need to know. They don't need to know the sauce, because I'm gonna give you the sauce.
You think Blue Ivy coming to the industry?
I think after this tour, yeah. Even as it might not be as, a singer, I don't think she'll be a dancer though. I mean, I think she did a really good job dancing in front of so many people for so many dates, tour dates and everything. I don't know if she'll be a singer. I don't know if she'll be a producer, but I think whatever she goes into, it will be music related.
Yeah, both her parents are artists.
Right. I think it will be music related. And I think that she'll be dope at it. And then look at Solange, just her auntie. She just got, I was talking to somebody the other day. They said Peyton Manning and Eli Manning's father was also an NFL quarterback.
Okay.
And then Peyton Manning and Eli Manning became NFL quarterbacks. And one of them brothers have a son named Arch Manning, who is also about to be in the NFL and probably will be a quarterback. And they were basically saying, like, they think the reason why the third generation now is going to be successful in the football industry is because they grew up around football players and not thinking like, oh, this is a hard thing to achieve, because their dad and their uncle is in the football, and so is your grandpa. So to you, this is an easy goal, but for the average American boy, it's like, you ain't going to end up in the NFL.
Yeah.
But if you grow up with your dad and your uncle in the NFL, for you, it's probably like, oh, what's the big deal about this? Yeah. And I think same thing for Blue Ivy. It's like, my mom is Beyonce and my dad is Jay-Z. You think I'm not going to be a successful...
That is crazy.
A successful person.
That is crazy to say.
Right. Like, but also
bragging rights.
I mean, when you think about like Kim Kardashian, so her dad, mind you, now she's going into lawyer stuff. She already has her, she passed the baby bar and all this other stuff, and has her law firm. Her dad was Rob Kardashian, right? So, but even outside of that, her stepdad was Bruce Jenner, who was an Olympic star. So I think that if your parents, and then her mom was whoever her mom was, but I think her mom was managing Bruce Jenner and other people. But at the end of the day, it's like when you see all your parents successful in an astounding way, you believe what's hard about this.
Right.
So Rob even Kardashian, if you go into... No, I'm saying like even if you go into a different industry, you see success as easy.
Yeah. Rob Kardashian mom was popular. She was like a model or something. Like she had some type of success.
Oh, their grandmother?
Their grandmom.
On their dad's side.
On their dad's side.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was on the latest episode. Her cousin was talking about it.
Okay.
And she was like, yeah, like she was on Rodeo Drive. And she was my role model. Like she looked super fabulous. She was kind of describing Kim.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah.
And then that's how... I was like, oh wow, like that's why, like it's in their family, it's in the Kardashian blood to be like successful, popular, or
I don't think it's in their blood. I think it's a mindset. Right. I think when you grow up, and then that's why I think it's harder, quote unquote, harder for the average person to achieve great success. And people be like, oh, you know, they're such so-called industry plants is when like let's say Northwest is an industry plant because she's already going to be successful because her parents are so successful. It's really not that they're an industry plant, is that they grow up seeing this as achievable, where the average person in America doesn't grow up thinking that these things are achievable.
But even the people that comes from a family that's not successful, their mindset, I don't know. You know how some people, dad's generation went to jail, and then like they'll end up in jail too,
because that's also achievable.
Yeah.
Right.
So like like you said, they don't have the mindset to succeed. They got the mindset to be on the block,
right,
drinking, smoking.
And look, that's how you... But you know how people, when they say, like, I'm going to change my generational...
That's rare.
Or break out of a generational curse or something.
It's not rare, but...
I think it's because, like, you literally will change your future generation, your family history, by changing yourself. So, for example, Kanye West's mom and dad wasn't anybody, like, major. His mom was a professor, a very smart woman. But... Kanye West became so much bigger and greater, and from that, him who he chose as a partner, Kim Kardashian, all of his kids as well will be so much bigger and better than what even Kanye is. So I think he definitely changed his generational pattern. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, he chose right with that one. Did you? Let me think.
What
did you see this picture of? Kanye West, his wife Bianca, and then some girl, what was her name? She wore this beautiful yellow dress. I saw it on Fashion Bomb Daily. But either way, Kanye West's wife getting on my nerves. First of all, her face get on my nerves because why do she look so much like Kim Kardashian now?
Oh wow!
Like, did she get surgery or what is up?
Really?
Yes, and she was wearing like this teddy bear. She was wearing this mini dress showing her underwear, and then she was holding like a teddy bear. Let me see if I can find the photo. Amina Maudi. Mm-hmm. She's wearing this gorgeous yellow dress that they were talking about on Fashion Bomb Daily from Ferragamo. She's wearing a $3,800 dress from Ferragamo. Let me see if I can show the camera. Oh. But look at Bianca's face. Doesn't she look like Kim Kardashian in the face?
Oh, yeah, I see it.
Like, is she getting surgery? Is Kanye West paying for her to look like Kim Kardashian?
What's going on?
What is up? And she lost.
Well, I don't think it looked like surgery. It do.
I mean, she's always favored her.
Yeah.
But I feel like she's favoring her. That looks like Kim Kardashian to me. That looks like a scared Kim Kardashian to me.
Yeah.
And it looks like she lost a lot of weight. Like, from the way her legs are looking now. Mm-hmm. From the way she looked before, Bianca West. I'm not a fan. I feel like Bianca needs help.
We need to talk about. I can't wait for this episode. I know you're gonna be like,
what?
But we need to talk about Balenciaga this weekend.
No, we don't.
In their fashion show.
We don't.
I think it's a good topic. I think that is their first time coming back.
To me, talking about Balenciaga is like talking about R. Kelly.
We get to see the celebrities. We get to talk about the celebrities that still support them.
Like Cardi B.
Mm-hmm.
And she got kids. I feel like talking about Balenciaga is the same as talking about R. Kelly. Like, why? We don't need to support or talk about them, or discuss. Yeah, like
it's news.
Us giving them press is promotion.
Sure.
It's not sure. When Donald Trump won in 2016, a lot of people said they knew Donald Trump was going to win because he was the most spoken about. Even though it was bad, even though it was, he grabbed somebody by the blank, or he can shoot somebody on 5th Street or whatever, the wild, crazy, horrible things that he was saying at the time. They said the amount of times that he was being talked about and how you could turn on every channel and they were talking about him. They knew he was going to win because publicity is publicity. So same thing when Balenciaga does crazy things and all these people talk about them. Publicity is publicity. So you're still helping them promote something. Mm-hmm. So we don't need to talk about them. Matter of fact, we should blank out their name in this episode.
Sure.
But I'm just saying, like,
back to Beyonce.
Yeah, back to Beyonce.
She doesn't support Balenciaga.
Hopefully not. Did you see that there's a whole thing about whether she bleached her skin or not?
Oh, I seen it, and he said she's starting to like Kim Kardashian
because she had a middle part.
Yep, because she had that blonde hair, and she looked like skin. So they said, "Oh, I thought this was Kim Kardashian."
Child, first of all, Beyonce been light skin. It been winter. It's cold, and what happened when you cold in the winter?
Beyonce looks good.
I think she just didn't get a 10. She probably usually get a 10 or whatever, but probably her not having a 10 went with the vibe of the blonde hair. I think she looks gorgeous.
Beyonce looks good.
And they said the same picture taken on different nights, different pictures taken on the same night by different cameras with different lighting. Mm-hmm. Beyonce looked as light as she did there, and then like her normal self, because of the lighting in the camera. Mm-hmm. So I think for sure she's not whitening her skin. Yeah. It's just she's pale. It's winter. And she went with the winter queen vibes with the blonde hair.
That must be hard. Like
being light skinned.
No. Like when you become relevant, everybody starts to but everybody starts to like pay attention to you and start caring about your beauty secrets, or what did you do to your hair, what did you do to your eyebrows, what did you do for your makeup, what did you do to your body? Like, right, it's so relevant.
I agree.
We could talk. I feel like we probably talked about this in the BBL episode. Go back and watch it. Go back and listen. But what we look like to other people is actually a thing.
Yeah.
Must be stressful.
I'm sure.
You ready for that?
I don't think she care.
Are you ready for that?
I hope she don't care.
Are you ready for that?
Am I ready for it? I don't care. I don't think I would ever care.
We about to be...
You have to be confident. You have to be like...
Not even the confident part, but we about to be relevant in the fashion world.
Yeah, and that's cute, but don't play with me. Like, as popular as I get, as whatever as I get, don't ever think I'm not going to show up to the Poppy store looking a hot mess.
Exactly.
Period. Exactly. I don't care how I look on the red carpet, how nice I look at these events. In my everyday life, I'm not doing all that. I'm throwing on the biggest, sweatiest, baggiest outfit to pick up my salt, pepper, ketchup, cheesesteak with fried onions and sweet peppers. And I don't care. Like, so you know how, like, when these celebrities look however, and then the paparazzi take a picture and be like, look at how horrible she looks. She must be depressed. She must be going through. Try me. I think it's the same attitude as like Cardi B. When Cardi B be on camera looking a mess or outside looking a mess, Cardi B be like,
I think it's impossible to be not impossible, because there's some people that do it. They look perfect 24/7. I think
no, not perfect 24/7.
No, it's some celebrities that has to look perfect. Not celebrities, some people that have to look perfect every single second. I think those type of people like got mental problems.
100%.
Because there's no way you could be 100% presentable all the time.
Yeah, no. And I'm not even going to stress myself out about it like that. It is what it is. You get what you get when you get it.
Yeah.
Dare you to say something.
However, it look good. You look good, you feel good. But
sometimes you don't look good and you feel good, because sometimes I look a mess and I feel fine. It is what it is.
Sometimes I look a mess and I feel better. Than, like, I don't know, at work I be like looking like myself. And I think people want me to like dress up so bad, and then like even like when I do dress up, the type of attention I get, or like the type of people you attract, right, when you look good, you like sometimes you attract the wrong crowd.
Yeah, 100%.
You attract people that like you don't want to be around. Yeah. And then when you yourself, you attract like real people, like people that generally like you for you, and not what you look like. Yeah. They like connect to your soul more.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, like I said, it is what it is. You gotta learn how to read people and read the environment. Yeah. But all I'm saying is, like, if we get to this big place where people think they can comment on how I look, I want you to know.
Well, we're gonna get to that place.
I will always be from Philly.
We're gonna get to that place where people start tearing us apart.
Not I. Not I.
Tearing our looks apart. People are ready to tear my looks apart.
But it's the caring for me. Like, I don't care. But see, like, you even bringing it up or noticing, you talk about it a lot. There's like 17 episodes where you say, oh, they said I look horrible. This guy, when I walked in, he said I look like da. So you notice it and you remember it. I'm telling you, it's going to be in one ear and out the other. It's not important. What?
I can't explain it.
This person was talking to me the other day, and like she was upset, talking about, oh, this guy, he called me this and he said I was there. He said, and I was like, anyway, what you have for breakfast? Oh, because who cares? Like, you gonna let that mess up your day? Who is he? Where is he from? What is he doing in his life? What makes you think you should care about this person's opinion of you? I don't care if anybody in the world has any type of opinion, because they don't know me. And even if they do know me or think they know me, you must not know me well enough to think you can come out your mouth and say something crazy and think I'm going to care and cry about it. I'm like, you crying about it? You crying?
She was crying?
Yes.
Really crying?
Yes. And I'm like, oh, you must believe him.
That's it.
You must believe that what he said was true, because why are you upset?
That's it.
He ain't got a pot to pee in. And you crying over this man's opinion, you must have lost your mind.
So why you ain't say, like,
that's what I said.
You gonna say anyways.
That is what I said. And then I said, because what we talking about for real? What are we talking about for real?
That's a good advice.
This person who ain't got a pot to pee in, who ain't got a lick of nothing to do, they be asking you for $20 because they damn bad. And you care about his opinion of you? That's wild to me. And same thing with paparazzi or anybody on the internet that's going to tell me how I look.
Right.
You probably ain't got $20 to your name because you damn bad.
Right.
That's why you talking about me, because you down. And I'm up. So I don't have like, I'm never going to care about nobody's opinion of me. Because I don't have an opinion about anybody else. That's because I don't care. I'm living my life. Yeah. So if you got an opinion about me, you care too much.
Yeah. I don't have an opinion about anybody else either. If I do, it's like their character. Like their character, it's like something about their characteristic is like bothering me. But I never noticed what somebody even got on. It
never will.
Yeah. If you ask me what you wore yesterday, unless it's really, really cute and it'll get my attention.
Right. It's just not that deep for me. We were supposed to talk about Christmas gifts.
Christmas gifts.
What are we getting people? What are the best fashion? Yeah, what are the best fashion Christmas gifts to give people?
I think we both agreed that don't buy me clothes.
Yeah,
for Christmas clothes, unless somebody says somebody says they actually want it, then yeah, that's a good Christmas gift. But going shopping and looking for clothes for somebody, I think is just a bad idea.
Agreed. Agreed. Unless they say outright, I want this in this color, in this size, then don't buy it. Because I think Christmas gifts are tricky. Especially fashion Christmas gifts. Yeah. Like, one of my interns, she had these pink sneakers on that were like, whatever brand. But
whatever brand.
And they were like, what, $1,000 you said?
Yeah.
Cute sneakers. But I was like, oh, did you get them yourself or what? Nah, I know she didn't get them herself. She's 10 years old.
Yeah.
She's 17. But she said her dad got them for him. And I was like, oh, did you want those? And she was like, yeah, he knew what color and stuff I liked and whatever. I think that's the type of Christmas gift you give somebody. If you know, like, oh, they really love this brand, this sneaker brand. They wear this size shoe. I know they probably want this color. Then, yeah, buy them that gift. Yeah. But don't be like, oh, I think they might like Yeezy or they might like whatever brand, and buy them this expensive gift. And then they don't even like it.
Yeah.
Don't waste your time.
I think, do you get offended when people buy you clothes?
Nobody buys me clothes, but would I be offended? No, I mean, if you bought me anything, I think you thought about me. That's nice.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, I don't know. If somebody buy me clothes, I feel like they saying like they don't like my style.
Oh, okay. Yeah, nobody buys me clothes. I think everybody knows I have a lot of clothes on.
That happened one time.
Really?
Somebody bought me clothes. And then after she said it, so I made a list of what I wanted for my birthday. And it was stuff on there like a Sephora gift card. It wasn't clothes on there. I think like I've grown out of wanting clothes.
Right.
Like, and I want more important stuff.
Right.
So it was like kitchen stuff, like home stuff, like books or whatever. And she buys me like this item. She buys me some clothes, and it was just a brand that I would never wear.
Okay.
But she loved this brand.
Okay.
And then after she bought, she gave it to me or whatever, she was like, yeah, because I noticed and I like said to myself, like, yeah, she don't never wear this and that, or she don't have this and that. And I was just like, oh, like maybe I don't have it because
like it was a popular luxury brand or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm like, maybe I don't have it because I don't want it.
Right.
Like, that's not my style, or like I just don't want it. Like, that's your style.
Right.
And yeah, I think the way I dressed like disturbed her a lot.
It sounds unnecessary to me.
What you mean unnecessary?
Like, why would somebody come out and be like, oh yeah, because I noticed you ain't got, let's say Gucci, I know you ain't got nothing Gucci, so I'm gonna make sure you got Gucci like me.
Right. What's like, that? I feel like you should just gave me the gift.
Weird.
Thank you for the gift, but you didn't have to say that, right?
People weird. But like I said, that would be in one ear and out the other to me. I'd be like,
it was in one ear and out the other. And I had to explain it. I'm like, honestly, I make clothes, so like I kind of stopped shopping for clothes a long time ago.
Right.
But like,
right. You know, a fashion designer, right?
Yeah. So I'm like, I really like think when I get dressed, I think like, oh, what can I make?
Right. Well, I don't think that, but okay. I think when I get dressed, sometimes I'll be like, okay, what's in my store?
Yeah, like
same
thing.
Like this, like what's in my store?
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah.
I think about myself and how I can promote my brand,
right,
instead of promoting somebody else's brand.
Yeah.
However, like the podcast got me back into
other brands,
which need to be into anyways.
Right, and I love other brands. I do. I don't only wear my brand, but I do love supporting brands that I love too. Yeah. So
you see Milano,
but it's usually not those luxury brands. Yeah, it's usually like just designers that I really like and like F with they style.
You see Milano only wear her brand?
No, I don't
never
really
like. You follow her?
No.
Oh, okay. I've been following her from the beginning. Okay. She really only wears her brand, unless it's just for Instagram.
It might just be for Instagram.
Yeah,
but she might also only wear her brand.
She spoke on it before though.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. I wonder if I would get to the place where I only wear my brand. Probably not. Because I also like supporting young designers and like designers and Asian designers and like Indian designers. So I don't think I would ever get to like, oh, I only want to wear my brand. Because I also like want to see other people win too.
Yeah.
So it is.
Yeah.
But what I was going to mention was some people, like the person who bought you the gift, some people be buying luxury, quote unquote, luxury brands and don't even have the money to afford it. Like they buy this stuff because they want to appear a certain way, but they actually don't have the lifestyle or
I know a few people like that
to keep up with these price points.
I know a few people like that.
That's like, crazy to me.
Like just bought a $5,000 bag, or just scammed it, or just like however they got it, or somebody got it for them, or they borrowing it, or it's fake. However they got it, but like be late on like car notes and be like about to get kicked out and like don't know how they're gonna pay their light bill and stuff.
That's crazy. Like about to get evicted.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
But on social media they look good. They look great.
Everywhere that's not important.
Well, when they go out, they still look great.
But why are you doing this for social media and you about to get evicted?
I wouldn't even say it just for social media. I think it's like just to make them happy. Fill that void.
And what, in a roof over your head? Be good.
I guess. I don't know.
Not fill the void. It's a bigger void that's about to be in.
I know a few people like that.
That's wild to me, because on social media, so you're saying like on their pages they're wearing Gucci, Louis, Balenciaga, Bottega,
but in person
they ain't got the rent. That's wild.
In person they can't eat.
God can't eat.
Where to get?
That's wild to me. I would beat somebody behind.
Really? I don't really like. I just kind of.
If that was somebody that I knew, I don't know anybody like that.
Yeah.
But let me find out. My little sister, for example, bought a Gucci bag but didn't pay her rent. I'm beating her behind.
Okay.
I'm whooping your behind.
Okay. I feel like it take a little while for people to understand financial.
What is it? 1 + 1 is 2.
Financial discipline.
No, it's not just financial discipline. It's you trying to appear like something that you're not. Because if on social media you look like you live in this high lifestyle, but in real life you can't eat, you're trying to be something that you're not. And like I said, if if that was anybody that I knew personally and I found out they was living like that, I would dig into their behind and tell them about themselves, because you're not going to be around me and be this type of person, because I'm going to let you know that's not cool. That's crazy. And before you come around me acting crazy, I'm going to let you know, like, it's not worth it. These people ain't paying your bills. Like, people is really out here on the street struggling, and you worried about what Bob on the internet think about you. Yeah, I wouldn't even want. I mean, it is what it is, but like, I wouldn't even want anybody to shop with me or my store if they couldn't afford they rent. That's why I always tell people, like, when they be like, "Oh, this is out of my price range," definitely shop somewhere else. Yeah. Or look online or whatever. But if it's out of your price range, like, if you legit can't afford it, why would you try? But yeah, I just think that that's like super odd. Right. Now it says X. Okay.
I was about to put my phone on Do Not Disturb it.
Okay. But rap.
Any more gifts?
Oh, gift ideas. Let's think. Pay somebody rent.
I'm not. Yeah.
Pay somebody rent.
I was about to say I'm not getting gifts this year. Yeah. However, I will give everybody a planner for the new year. Okay. And I just don't want your gifts to be wasteful either. I think it's gonna help them, even if it's not helping them right now. I'm about them. You know how you said the planner with no date. I'm gonna get them the planner with no date.
Yeah, I think that's better.
It's just always gonna be sitting there. And in 2 years, 3 years, or whatever, I'm gonna help them change their lives when they're ready. Okay. But even like a lot of millionaires, billionaires, a lot of them. One thing I observed is that they all said write everything down. Yeah. Whatever you think, just write it down, even if it's in your notes.
I agree with that.
So I'm gonna help these people.
Book recommendation. You guys, because we always have the book recommendations. Yeah. So right now I'm rereading. The book is called Second Brain, or How to Build a Second Brain. I think I spoke about this before, possibly. I don't know, but it's basically about how to digitize your notes and your journaling and your thoughts and your everything and your business ideas. Yeah. And how to store everything online so that you can let it go out of your mind. You know, like, don't hold all your ideas, all your thoughts, all your everything in your head. Write them down, but digitize it so that when you are ready to start this business idea or go back to this thing from 2020 or whatever, you have a place to find it. So it's also kind of about like using your digital second brain as your assistant. You know, like, let's say if your mom gets diagnosed with, I don't know, a brain disease or whatever, and you want to look up things that would be great for her diet to increase her memory or whatever. It's like storing all these things in a certain section of your digital brain so that when you do need the information or somebody you know needs the information, you have a place for it, and you can use those to be helpful to people, into yourself, into your business, into your life. Yeah. But it's a really good book. I think the author spoke about the reason why he started his digitized system was because he was suffering from memory loss because of a medication that he was on. Yeah. And he pretty much cured himself by looking up all these things to eat for diet, to increase memory, to whatever. And he started to digitize all these notes from all these different places to the point where even his doctor didn't know as much as he knew. And he started to heal himself. And then he started to do the same thing in his job. Like, when he went to work, let's say for meetings or whatever, he would write everything down and then be like, oh, Brian said this, let me find a source for that. So then when he would go to the next meeting or somebody would ask him a question, he knew the answers to everything or had a quick way to find it because everything was digitized. So he just kind of talked about how it was helpful in so many ways. And I think as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, it's really extremely helpful to write stuff down and have a log of like everything. So book recommendation, there you go.
Yes, I gotta read it. To piggyback off of, I got 3 things to say. So you ever had a design idea like years ago, and then like years later you'll think about like another part of it to add to the design, but it came years later. That's why it's so important to write down like your idea, even if it's not 100% thought out. Like just write it down, like so that later on in life you could keep adding to it. Like I think sometimes you have to experience life more to get an idea.
Yeah, he talks about that too, kind of how to archive ideas. Like you can put something in. All right, let's say, for example, this year is 2023, and then you put a folder like design ideas. In that folder, you would say dress ideas for spring, dress ideas for fall, dress ideas for winter, and you would clip like all the pictures, let's say from Pinterest or magazines, in each of those little segments. And then when you come up with ideas or fabrics or patterns, you would put them in those segments. And let's say you never came out with those collections in 2023, but 2 years later you're coming out with a fall collection, and then you can go back in that folder and find those clippings and find those fabrics and figure out kind of like where your headspace was, and then come out with that idea later. So it's really about like keeping track of all your good ideas too. So everything
you think is just important. Another thing, piggyback off of what you said earlier, when you was like they're not gonna listen, I let somebody hold my book, Atomic Habits, and she was like, oh my god, I want to read this book or whatever. Mind you, I had it in my hand and I had took it to work and I was reading it, but then she seen somebody on Instagram post it. So then she showed me, she was like, I want to read this book. I was like, girl, I've been reading this book. I had this book in my hand for a week straight. I'm like, I just had that book. And she was like, oh, okay. I'm like, I'm gonna bring it. Just bring it back. So I gave her the book. She read one page and did not read it. And then another thing was, I was watching this interview with Blueface. I forget who he was talking to, but they was giving him advice. I think this is when he first started. And they was giving him advice like, okay, cool, you got the ball. Like, just write everything down. He was like, I'm gonna remember. I don't need to write everything down. So people,
okay,
you can try to help people all you want, but they not gonna listen. But me giving them that planner, like just sitting in their room, or like it's gonna collect dust. It's gonna come back to them.
But what if they throw it out after a year of not using it?
They're not going to.
You never threw out nothing.
They're not going to throw it out.
Okay.
They're not books. It's not likely for books to get thrown out.
Okay. Make sure you count your blessings
before you count your money.
Deuces.